Hello, everyone. This is Jonathon Moline, and welcome back to another Jonathon Moline's Interviews, episode 22. And today we got a brand new friend here. His name is Alen the Draconequus. How you doing, Alen?
Hello, everyone. I am doing great. I am Alan the Draconequus, and I do YouTube gaming and voice acting on YouTube.
Nice, nice. It's always good to meet another fellow content creator. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about what got you inspired by YouTube, what got you into voice acting, and also into the MLP community. Because I heard you're newer in it.
Yes, I am. I got into the MLP community around 2020. So yeah.
So, first question of the day we are
hmm
going to ask you is since you're new, Brody, I'm going to ask you that. What caused you to join the MLP community?
Weirdly enough, at first it was music, but like I
Nice,
slowly got into
nice.
it over music and stuff, and because I was really in a dark place at the time, but
Oh,
I truly enjoyed music. I loved it, and it slowly got me into Forever Free and Prince Whatever, and I loved their music so much that I joined their community posts, and then I started watching other brony gamers, and I saw there was a lack of brony gamers, and it kind of made me sad, considering that at the time I was looking at it, I was like, I couldn't find no one who was a brony gamer. I barely saw any. But then when I saw a few, I joined their communities, and I met some friends, did some things, and I slowly developed as a content creator, and I started making videos a while back, and
nice.
yeah, and it just kind of progressed from there.
That's cool. That's it's nice that the music side of the fandom got you inspired because whenever you're feeling down, music is actually the best therapy when you're going through something. Music always helps.
It does. It is really nice considering one of my favorite songs that I related to the most was the song with Luna from Forever Free, which was the one where Luna and Celestia are fighting.
Oh,
That
that's a
one
good
was
one.
possibly one of my favorites. That one's the one who got me inspired. I was like, this community rocks. I love this song, and I related to it the most because I would like I understand Luna's perspective a lot in that video. I
That's
understand that not feeling wanted kind of sucks.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad in the show it had a happy ending, so to sort. Like they become sisters again and everything. I love that. It's very sweet.
That's good. That's good to hear that.
Yeah.
It's something. That's the thing about the fandom. It always had some kind of good. The show. It always had a good moral message towards it. That's probably why a lot of people like the show. It's because of that reason, and it brought in a lot of people that are going through hard times, and it inspired them. They made lots of friends. It got helped them get better at the creative flow and things that they want to do, and meet new people who have the same common interest as them.
Yeah.
All right.
Um. Go ahead and ask me some more questions, I guess.
All right. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, here's the next one for you. So
All right.
since you talked about YouTube and all that stuff and music, what do you do specifically for your YouTube?
I specifically for my YouTube, I do gaming videos. But if you want to check out things I don't do on my YouTube, like voice acting and stuff, always check out the people in my YouTube like links because all of them. I go onto their channels. I go onto many people's channels, occasionally do videos with them, mostly gaming. But there is some people like my buddy Max. I worked on his mod, which is a really cool mod for uh, hold on, what game was that? Rusted Warfare. It's a pony mod, and I happen to be one of the hero characters in the thing, and I've done voices for his soldiers in that mod as well as a few other things.
That's awesome.
It's yeah, and I have also done voice acting for other communities, not just this one. I've done voice acting for small gigs in this community, like comic dubs and stuff like that. But for other communities, I've also done stuff for the Undertale community. I've done stuff for the anime community, Sonic community, you name it. I've probably been there, but I never asked for any credit because I don't like spotlight that often. It mostly because it was just a weird time for me doing voice acting, and that was because I just didn't know where I kind of stood in these communities.
So, you're not a one-trick pony. You're a jack of all trades.
Oh yeah, I do a lot of things.
That's good. That's good. Dedication there. If you got a lot of if you got a lot of talent, then that's the best way of getting yourself out there, is expressing your talent in multiple different forms. If you can do it, I'm one of those people, so I can relate. But so, anyways, gaming is always fun, especially when you're friends. Have you ever thought about doing a voice acting stage when you're just gaming, but doing commentary while you're like being the character that you're doing?
I have actually. One of my very first episodes on my YouTube was me being Sans with a friend of mine who was being her character, and we were doing a scary game together. Now that game and that voice acting at the time, because I just started doing that character specifically, so I sounded horrible in my own opinion. I sounded like garbage.
We all did it first.
And that was just the first time I ever did that voice, and it was just something I personally disliked, but a lot of people who were my friends and stuff said it was okay. Some people laughed their ass off, and I don't blame them either, because it's just something so polar opposite to how I usually sound.
That's cool. I'm glad you had fun. It's all about having fun. Like, everyone starts off rough and like crap, but then eventually with more experience, you get better as time goes on.
Yeah.
But always make sure, if you got bloopers, put them in your video description, because it's so funny seeing bloopers. I love seeing that in comic dub edits.
I have a actual thing for the community, and that is I have a section on my YouTube channel called Community Clips, and you can clip me in all my videos and post it, and it will go immediately to my channel, and then you can clip all the dumb shit I've said. And it'll be public for everyone to witness.
Hear that, folks? This guy's got a lot of funny ass shit on his channel. Don't worry, I'll make sure I'll link his channel in the description so you guys can check him out.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
That'd be lovely. But yeah, no, I've said a lot of dumb things. I've done a lot of dumb things. One of my personal favorites that I've clipped myself was accidentally calling a rocket launcher a sniper rifle. It was one of the most dumbest things I ever did. It was in Borderlands 2. I was sleeping. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh my god, I hate this. I hate that cause I was looking, after that happened, I was looking for said sniper rifle, and I was like, where the fuck is this rifle? Because I had none in my inventory. And I was like, I thought I picked up one, and I had to look back while still streaming, mind you. I went back on the recording to where I thought I picked it up, and I saw my own self pick up a rocket launcher and call it a sniper rifle, and I'm like, I'm so stupid.
Well, I guess it is. It does have a sensor thing on it. Hey everyone, check out my nice sniper rifle. Bang! But you dope. That's not a sniper rifle. That's a goddamn RPG. Oh.
Oh man, it was so funny. because I was genuinely upset after. I was like, God damn it, I needed a sniper rifle at this moment.
Well, I guess this will do.
In almost every game I do a long range build. I prefer that kind of method. because it's what I'm used to with real weapons. Like, because like I prefer longer range. I'm not a close range guy or a mid range guy. I'm a guy who's just gonna sit there, wait, and then if you get in my sight, you're dead. That's just how it is.
Hmm.
But uh, that's just how I like in my game
So
stuff.
you like being a sharpshooter?
Got any more? Yeah, pretty much. I actually have some really decent and scary clips in my videos. One of my favorite videos was I killed a guy who was out of render distance because his muzzle flash went off. I just took a wild guess where his head was, pop, and he did.
Pop goes the weasel.
Yep. That was one of my favorite clips on that one, was just that head pop, because it was funny, because I did that multiple times on that exact stream where I just shot somebody out of render distance.
That's so funny. Oh man, I got a game
Yeah.
with you sometime and see this madness for myself. Oh,
Once I know the mechanics of a game, I am a nasty motherfucker.
I'll keep that in mind next time we game.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is good to have good stories like that. It reminds me of the time when me and my friends were gaming together. One of my friends was like, we were playing Halo a long time ago, and I
Mm-hmm.
was driving the Warthog with everybody on it, and I didn't know exactly where we were going, and I wound up driving it off the cliff, killing us all. My friend Sai calls me a team killing fucktard because of that.
Dude, we have a legend on my channel, and for anyone who is from my channel joining me to the stream, or to anyone who joins his streams all the time, this is something that's of a legend on my channel. There's a guy called Bloopin. He's a really sweet guy, but never let that man drive anything, whether it flies, swims, or fucking goes on the road. That man will crash it and kill all of you regardless of how it is. He sucks at driving anything. He sucks at it so bad, but I like him by himself. He's a good gunner. He's a good shot, but I do not trust him behind any sort of wheel.
Norm, in pretty much every game I play, I'm a really good driver and flyer. So, because I play a lot of racing games and anything
Yeah.
with vehicles in general. So, but even an expert driver can fuck up. But I did that as kind of more as a troll. We were playing Halo Reach back in the day with our friends. It was a lot of fun. Good times, good times. Yeah, I still like trolling with my friends every now and then too, and also I also do voice acting while gaming too because it makes it more fun as well.
Actually, sent you the clip of the uh the thing of one of his times of almost killing us while driving. He clipped this one himself, to be honest, and it was so funny.
I'll have to watch that a little later. Oh, all right. Okay, what else?
It,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, in that clip, he drives up a wall. He manages to stop and break the car by driving up a wall.
What?
Yeah. He stalled the car by going up a 90-degree wall. There's no incline to the wall either. He just rammed himself into the wall and it went straight up.
Kind of reminds me of what happened to me in Far Cry 5. Except mine was a little bit more different. I even have the picture of it.
I was in the gunner seat too, and I got kicked out as soon as he went 90 degrees.
You,
Oh.
oh my god. I have a picture of playing Far Cry 5. I got shot down
Yeah.
once in my airplane because you could
Mm-hmm.
drive airplanes in that game, and
Yeah.
then I crash landed it into the trees, and it didn't explode, and I survived, and it's just hanging there. So I take a screenshot of holding my gun, and I make a meme said a tree and a plane became best friends. They're in a hugging position, like the plane was hugging the
Yeah.
tree, and I made a meme out of it. I have that picture. Oh, I'm going to show you that when this video is when we're done this
Yeah,
interview.
please do. That sounds
Yeah,
hilarious.
I got to. It's a classic. It's a classic. Oh my gosh. Um. So yeah. Okay. What else could we talk about? Okay. Your voice acting, we mentioned about that. Your
Mhm.
gaming, we mentioned about that. What are your future plans for videos? Like, is there any dream project you want to work on? There you go.
There's actually some stuff I have in the works, surprisingly enough. In my on Steam, I have a section specifically called YouTube stuff, and the reason for that is because I
YouTube
have
stuff.
plans on games I'm gonna do later,
YouTube stuff.
and I have done videos for other people's channels like Last Train on Wormtown or Played Up. I've done that on some other people's places, including my channel, Fast Food Simulator, all that stuff. But me and my best friend AJ happens to be one of my artists. Good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I have a series on his channel called The Forest, and we're just kind of screwed on trying to survive.
Oh, I remember that game.
And that will also, and also on his channel, we'll also do Sons of the Forest as well. So yeah,
Nice.
there's a lot of things that are in the works, but one of the other things I need to do and finish on my channel is Unknown Tapes, which is a dinosaur horror game. Really fun game
That sounds like
because
fun.
it's a body cam horror too. It's very realistic in some aspects.
I like horror games.
Yeah. If you like a good body cam type horror kind of game, I recommend Unknown Tapes. Good game.
Okay, I might as well check that out.
Yeah. I've uh I'm I've played so many games and so many demos that in some games I'm a fucking Easter egg. um One of my favorite instances of this is I was playing Claude, which is another dinosaur game. You could get it on Steam. It's a horror survival type game. It's pretty fun, and the game is about dinosaurs and stuff like that. I love dinosaur games, but what's interesting about this one is that somewhere out of bounds is a wall that has my name on it because I broke the game so many times and so many times gotten out of the playable area. And I've told the devs this, all of my exits and most of the invisible walls are because of me, because I keep getting out. And I've gotten out so many times that the devs are like, how? But also, that's pretty funny. And one of my personal favorites was I stood under an invisible wall, logged off, logged back in, and and somehow it shot me up to the top of the invisible wall, allowing me to walk on it so I could walk everywhere I needed to. That was one of my personal favorites. One of my other ones is I figured out how to blend into the mesh of the floor to walk underneath the floor and also walk through the invisible wall, allowing me to like escape. That's how I got out another time. And another time, one of my other personal favorites was there was just no invisible wall in a certain spot, and that said certain spot is like right at the end of the
You
game,
really are.
which which allowed and like because I was like, I've never seen anybody try and go up this way, and I just walked over that way, swam, and then there was no water physics for a while, and then I walked around underneath the map kinda and just kind of went somewhere.
You really are a chaotic person. Chaos. Every game you go into, you're too powerful. It just breaks the game. It's just like, hey, what the fuck happened to the game? Oh, Alan's here.
Right.
It must be Alan. Oh, okay, that probably explains it. Alan's here.
One of my personal favorites, I've confused a dev of one game because I refuse to elaborate how I done it because I want them to figure it out. And that is the devs for Adventure Quest 3D. I actually tried to get Jonathan to play it, but he won't. But I like it because I keep confusing the crap out of the devs. One of my personal favorite was I got out at the very first map you can get on, and every single spot is you can't get out of except one single spot, and that's where the boss battle is on that map. And you can go onto a brick right to his left side of that boss, and there's a single texture, a fire texture, that is slightly elevated, and you can just go under it.
Nice.
And you can just exit the map.
For all my viewers, he's been trying to get me to play Adventure Quest ever since we met. And I keep saying no, but he's like, I will get you to play it eventually. I will keep bothering you until you do. I'm like,
I like it. It's fun.
It looks alright. Oh, man. We'll see. I'll think about it.
All right.
Okay, well... Shit.
Can't think of anything?
I can't think of anything else to ask you because I think we covered pretty much everything.
Not, I mean, you haven't asked about hobbies or extra stuff I do.
Yes. I was just going to get into that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I am sorry. Everyone's going to, what kind of interview is this, John? This is your biggest fuck up yet. I'll be like, I'm sorry, please forgive me. It's been a while. I haven't made video in like 2 weeks. I've been sick. I've been busy. I've been tired. I can't win. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into hobbies because we all have fun hobbies we like. So, what are yours?
I personally like just, other than gaming with my friends, I personally like to cook and stuff like that.
That's a good hobby.
Used to do that as a job, actually. That was actually something I did back in 2018, 2019, and I actually have a license to cook. I used to be a chef in a restaurant. I do cooking nowadays, though, as just more of sort of a hobby, and I make all sorts of things, really.
Nice. I guess when we go to parties, I guess you'll be our chef.
I mean, as long as I get the ingredients, I can make almost anything. I've made a creme brulee. I've made pies, cakes, pizza, you name it. I've probably made it.
Okay, Chef Alen, the Draconequus.
No, chef no more, but I do cooking.
That's cool. Cooking's actually fun. It's another way of art.
I personally believe that people need to learn to cook because it's not just an art form. It's a way of understanding that people have certain tastes, and because of that, it's better to cook for yourself than to expect they know you. You got to know yourself, and that's why I believe some people should learn how to cook. It's not hard if you have a good teacher, or if you just kind of understand what people are talking about when they're cooking. It's pretty simple, really. One of the most simplest dishes I believe you can learn is literally mac and cheese. Possibly one of the most easiest dishes you can make, and it's very hard to fuck up. One of my friends actually has a funny meme where he calls it tree bark, and I want to strangle him so much for that. Not literally, but figuratively. He calls mac and cheese tree bark. His name is Daedric. He's on my YouTube. Uh, he's a funny guy, but the only reason he says that is because he had mac and cheese one time and it tasted bad, and he refuses to try it again. I think I confused you, didn't I? Trust me, I'm with you.
Tree
I
bark?
don't know.
Tree bark? Mac
Yeah.
and cheese doesn't look anything like tree or bark.
Apparently, he said that's what it tasted like, and I'm like,
You had a bad first experience.
yeah.
Tree.
You can make mac and cheese hundreds, if not thousands, of ways. I've made it with jalapenos. I've made it with mushrooms, some olives, all sorts of like random ingredients to see what fits good and what doesn't. Because the whole part of cooking is not just, doing a recipe or going by the book. You must try and make things, even if you don't think it would be good. You gotta try it just to understand if it would be or not. And that's how we learned as a society about certain things that exist. A good example of this is margarita pizza, where we found out that olive oil helps said pizza.
Nice.
It's about learning about what can help your dish more so than trying to constantly go by the book. Yes, you can go by the book and learn how to cook, but a chef always knows to play with their food and figure out how to make something new. And to all the inspiring chefs out there and cooks and bakers out there, don't be discouraged because it tastes bad once. Try and try again, learn it, figure it out, and see what fits you.
Don't be a tree bark.
Don't be a tree bark.
Your friend's just gonna fucking kill us. Actually, more
He's
you. More
He's streaming right this second. He's
More
actually
you.
streaming right now. Yeah, he's gonna kill me for that one. But he's actually streaming right this second.
Oh my gosh. Tree bark.
Got any more questions for me? Like, what's some things I've done, what voices, and so on,
Yeah, actually I do.
Shoot.
Okay, so back to the voice acting. What voices have you done?
I've done Sans and Papyrus from Undertale on some channels. Hello there, Sans. What are we gonna do today? I don't know, Papyrus. What are we gonna do? Well, I was thinking I can bake us some spaghetti. Say, why is it cold? That actually is in a giant skit I did. I think I earned like $80 for that one. And it was like a huge thing I did for a small channel, and it was just Santa Papyrus talking about making spaghetti. And the whole time, this pasta was frozen, and it was just so funny because it devolves into a giant argument of how the spaghetti's raw and not cooked all the way.
I love
That one was kind of fun. My voice is not the greatest for every voice acting gig, but I've done a good amount. I have favorites. I have some that I cringe on my own self. Another one is Stitch. I like to talk to Stitch. I've done it a few times. I've done ringtones. I've done some gigs on some comic dubs. I've done a few things here and there. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It'd be funny if you could do like Meat Wad from Hako Teen Hunger Force.
I've actually tried that. I cannot I have gotten close a few
I
times.
love
I
that show.
will figure it out, and I will do it at some point.
I love that show.
That actually is pretty good. I've done the slug lady from Monsters Inc. Mike Wazowski, I'm always watching you. Make sure to do your paperwork.
I'm always watching you, Lazowski. Always watching.
I'm watching you, Mike Wazowski. I can't. That's a
Wazowski,
hard
did you
voice for
clean
me
your
to do.
paperwork
I
last night?
almost I actually choked on my voice for that one, but don't worry, I got water.
Always make sure
Everybody
you
make
stay
sure.
hydrated.
Yep. Especially when you do hard voices like that, because you never know when it's gonna scratch your throat.
Kirkland, natural spring water, not sponsored. Sadly, I like this water brand. Don't sue us.
Some other voices I've done for some communities was the Scooby-Doo community. I did the voice for Scooby
nice.
and Shaggy on some other, like, smaller things. I even did a ringtone. It got famous for some reason. It had like over a few $1,000s. It was like Zoink Scoob, like, man, who's calling? Right.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Like Zoinks, man, that's awesome.
This is this just reminds me of when me and my friend Jeff were in the calls together. We always voice act. He's like, "Jeez, man, we're smoking too much weed, man."
Like Zoinks, man, this weed hit different. That's ratnip. Like Zoinks, man, I've never heard of ratnip before, but it sounds amazing. Maggie, that's ratnip. Like Zoinks, man, that's catnip. I've never had catnip before, but it's awesome.
That's the most someone's ever made me laugh in an interview in my life.
I've done comedy skits a bunch of times, and I've kind of learned how to do some very silly shit.
I make skits all the time. I make live action stuff all the time.
I've also done stuff for the Dragon Ball community,
Nice.
the He-Man community, Undertale, Batman community, you name it. I've been there. And I don't do, like, I've never done really big gigs. I've done really small ones where it's just silly, dumb shit. And it's something I like to do because I like to learn how to do funny voices.
Nice.
Vegeta, what is his power level? It is over 9,000, Nappa. Vegeta, that's impossible.
Carrot cake. Oh man, the Dragon Ball Z dub thing. That was freaking hilarious. The parody.
One of the ones I find that I've done was Grimm from Grimm Adventures and Billy and Mandy. I've done one skit from that, but I've never forgotten the voice. Billy, where's my sock, Billy? I haven't found my sock. Where is it? I can't find it anywhere. And it wasn't in the washer. It wasn't in the dryer. I can't find it anywhere.
Oh man, this is good.
I have done quite a bit of characters. One of my other ones is I've done Patrick and Squidward from SpongeBob a few times for horror games, mind you. I've actually done their voices for horror games. This is actually kind of funny. There's a few SpongeBob horror games out there, and if you have seen it, I've done. He's an instrument. Wait, SpongeBob, where are you going?
Who you calling Pinhead?
Who you calling Pinhead?
I'm the real Dirty Dan.
I'm the real Dirty Dan. Another one I've done for some silly skits is Goofy from well, like, you know, gosh, hi there, Mickey. I've done that. I've not got mastered it yet, but I've gotten pretty good, or at least I'm trying to. Um, One of my other favorites I've done is I've done the red guy from Cow and Chicken. I've done Scaramouche from Samurai Jack. I've done Popeye from this Popeye the Sailor Man, you know, and I've done some Looney Tunes characters. I've done Yosemite Sam, but my Discord won't pick that up if I do that voice because it's so loud. I have to pre-record that and send that because Discord has that noise suppression junk.
You could turn that off, actually.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. How do you do that? Actually, hold on. I did not know that you could turn that off. Hold on, make it
You should figure it out after the interview.
Yeah. I probably should.
I could even screen share and show you how to do it.
Was it automatically determine input sensitivity or some shit?
It's called noise suppression, something.
I'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
How long have we been recording for? Oh, 36 minutes and counting. Actually, no, I'm all out.
I was gonna, I was thinking you was gonna ask, like, what's your favorite voice you've done? What's your favorite thing you've done? You know, all sorts of things. I come prepped for stuff. I was anticipating all sorts of questions like that, or like things that I've done, or the dumbest things I've done.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, but I'll let you pick. Like, what, you know, like, what kind of questions?
I like it. I like how each one of my interviews is different. This actually makes it more entertaining. I actually like this. Now I'm getting challenged. I'm getting called out. I'm getting called out in my own video. Okay, I'm being put on the spotlight. The person I'm interviewing is put on the spotlight. Is there anything else?
I've done podcasts before, so I know that you're supposed to come prepped with some, like, generic questions.
Well, I do like to get to the nitty-gritty stuff, so... But,
fair enough.
That's why when I do these interviews, I talk more about the nitty-gritty stuff, which we were mostly doing. But, when it comes to stuff like what your favorite voice is, that I don't get I never ask that one that often. But I might as well. There's always a first. Actually, that is a hard question. That's why I don't ask that one that often, because if a lot of VAs, that's a
I actually like this question. A lot of voice actors, it's always a hit or miss on, like, that question specifically. But some of us actually do have a favorite voice, and my personal favorite, as of right this moment, it's Scaramouche from Samurai Jack. I am Scaramouche, Aku's greatest assassin. No one can defeat me.
Nice.
Not even Jackaboy. Scaramouche. But yeah, that voice is personally one of my favorites because I found out about it really, really late in my career, and it was one of the funniest things ever because a buddy of mine was like, "You like Samurai Jack a lot," and I was like, "Yeah, I do, and I've done Aku's voice before." But what's funny about this is like he's like, "Hey, can you do Scaramouche?" And I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Let me look it up. And I found out his voice was like that, and I was like, "Oh my god, I love this character."
You said you did Aku. Which Aku? Because remember, the original voice actor of him died. So before the final season came out,
Aku, a shape-shifting master, have been sealed away by the sword.
The original.
Yes.
Because his actor died, so that's why he had to get replaced by a different actor in the final season.
I liked the original because
extra thick
it was pretty good. it's the dick.
I know, when Aku said that in the show, I was like laughing my butt off. That's the popular...
Weirdly enough, the hardest and most least favorite of my voices, weirdly enough, is the Cobra guy from the old G.I. Joe series. And it's Aku's voice, but higher pitched, and it is just, no one can escape the Cobra! I hate that voice because it takes so much out of me, but it's so easy for me to do. So it's just like, it's like, cool, but no one ever asked for that voice, and it's really good on my end because I don't like doing that one. Because talking like that guy in a normal tone sucks.
G.I. Joe stuff is hard to do.
Because it's over the top. That's what it is. It's over the top.
I read a lot of the comics, actually. I was a big fan of G.I. Joe when I was a kid.
Honestly, if you're curious, my second favorite voice is Mort from Madagascar. Hello, King Julian! I want to see your feet! King Julian! King Julian!
King Julian! I want to see your feet!
King Julian! I want to see your feet! King Julian! You can't escape the mud!
That was great.
That's possibly one of my second favorites.
I gotta do a skit with you or something sometime. Like, we gotta make a actual video together. Well, actually, we are making a video together right now.
Yeah.
But still, an actual skit or something.
My third favorite voice is Iago from Aladdin. Gee, Jafar! Where is the crackers, Jafar?
Oh, Gilbert Godfrey. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Gilbert. You were amazing, and you were the inspiration of how I did that voice, too.
Gilbert Godfrey's voice was so unique. Like, every time he would talk, like, I used to try and do impressions of him, too, but it's, like, so difficult. Like, you gotta be right in the right moment for it. You gotta be right in the right moment for it. Like, I would come up with these, I have a skit where I am trying to actually do Gilbert Godfrey's voice.
Jafar? Where is my crackers, Jafar?
Where is my crackers, Jafar?
Jafar! Jafar! Ah, he's probably on his phone again. Stupid Jafar. See, with Gilbert's voice of Iago, I loved the voice, but what's interesting is a lot of people don't notice he does an accent for him, and it's kind of hilarious because when you do that voice, it sounds like he says the H, like an FH, so he says fa. Instead of far, he says fa. It's pretty interesting because he doesn't say the R. He says he replaces it with an H, but with an R sound, and it's pretty interesting. And that's how you would do Iago's voice. It's pretty neat. And I think my least favorite voice, despite it sounding really good, is Red Guy from Cow and Chicken. Yeah. It's because that guy creeps me the fuck out. That's the only reason why I don't like doing that voice. It's because he creeps me out. Got any other things to ask? Like biggest gig, something I've done, all sorts of stuff.
Okay. What are you... Yeah, actually, I'm curious. Yeah, I am curious about this one. What is your biggest gig you have ever done?
It's a current one right now, but I am one of the, like, a game that's coming out. It hasn't been announced yet or anything like that, and I can't spoil too much.
You're on NDA.
As yeah, but uh, it is called Rise to the Throne, and it is a game where I'm one of the main villains for the game, for the main protagonist to fight in against. And the dev, he's really cool. I love his work. He's really sweet. And I play as a very annoying character where you're gonna, I will say you will struggle, and I just constantly will tease the crap out of the player. So there is that. And I think that's my biggest one. I think I've earned a total almost like $150 doing this voice for that.
Nice.
The biggest, the second biggest, I believe, for my career was a single song skit that I can't do anymore because of a thing I did. It was the only time I ever did a song, and it was the Oogie Boogie song from Nightmare Before Christmas,
Wow,
and it was a skit. I did a version of it on the internet that was free to use for like for like a ringtone. I didn't, and it was pretty fun. It was kind of cool, but I can't do that. I don't want people to get copyright striked for that, because the company who asked me to do that got blown over and got copyright striked on that. So, but it was one of my crowning achievements as a voice actor. It was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. What are some of the other stuff you do?
I do the occasional dabble on gaming competitions. I've done those a few times. I don't do them as much anymore, but I used to do a bunch of fighting competitions. I've gotten third place a few times. I've gotten first place in one fighting competition, and I've done like all that stuff. It's nothing too grand. Really, it's just more of a local thing.
Yeah.
But I like going to my arcade and doing their competitions and just leaving. And I'll go to every single machine in the arcade, gain a high score, and then leave.
Just dip the fuck out.
Yeah. My local arcade still has all of my high scores. I occasionally check once a month, and I go to see if anyone's broken my high score. No one has broken some of my high scores, and it's really funny.
You're a local legend.
Kinda, but no one will figure it out.
Until now.
But, like, even if they know that someone's doing it, they won't figure it out, because I always wear a hoodie and I always try to like stay hidden while doing it. It's pretty fun. Just playing games, just to occasionally break a record or something.
The hooded man
like
has
doing that.
returned again. The hooded man has set a huge.
Weirdly enough, the staff there know me by name, and it's pretty funny, because they'll be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I'm like, "What's up?" And I just continue playing a game, and then I go exit. I give them a little business, and I leave.
Nice.
Yeah. I also have played golf. I've done a bunch of other sporty stuff like soccer, football, you name it.
Cool.
One of my personal favorites I've done was I did pole vaulting a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done caber toss, which a lot of people don't know what caber toss is, but to those who do know, it's a Scottish type sport that you toss a log. No joke. That is literally what to do. I've done that a few times.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Have you? Yeah, it was very cool. Camber toss is hilarious. A lot of people don't know like of the sport, but I recommend watching it. It's pretty neat. You're supposed to you got a bunch of strong men or people who just want to challenge themselves, and they're trying to toss a log as far as they can.
Wow.
Yep. Uh, I've also done a few other things, but nothing to a specific degree. You got any more questions for me,
Nah, that's
or
it.
is that it?
That's it. I think this time I think we have covered everything. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, I was just like, yeah, and you've told so much stuff that I didn't even have. No, I was gonna ask you in this. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
he helped me. uh,
I mean, I've done it before. I'll do it again.
well, this was a fun one. I thank you for coming part of this interview. It was really fun interviewing
Thank
you.
you for having me.
Anytime. Oh, everyone, check out Alen the Draconequus channel. I will link that in the description of this video when it comes out. Until then, stay frosty, my friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. A word of advice, watch out for Draconequus, because they can be really chaotic. Oh, man. That's